I'm definitely a couple of days late with this. I was originally planning on recording it on New Year's Eve, and then I barely got the videos up that night that I did. One of them wasn't even hit publish until like the next morning. So yeah, that one didn't happen that day. Could have done it yesterday. Italy was a teeny bit stoned, but anyway, yeah, besides that, we're gonna do it today. This is my December 2017 favorites list, even though it is now January 2018, so gonna get right into it. It's a pretty short list this time again, mostly because I, again, was still at the height of the busy season of Etsy with my sales, and didn't really have much spare time to do much of anything, like most of the month, up until the last few days of the month, so most of what on here is just various lippies I enjoyed during the month a lot, so anyway, gonna get right into it. So first on the list, you guys remember this from when I was sick, I reviewed this, it's the Lip Smacker RX medicated eucalyptus mint from their lip therapy or kiss therapy line, sorry. Although I am going to have to buy a new one, not only because I used it while sick, but because dumbass me dropped it on the floor while it was partly rolled up and it just got gross, and even with the sanitation, I don't think I could save that one very well. So I was like, damn it. I'd only gotten about a week's worth of use out of it too when it happened, so that really sucked. But yeah, so next time I put in an order from Lip Smacker, I need to do this, which just really sucks, because when I put an order in, this happened like the next day. So I don't know the next time I'm going to order, but I still need to do a haul with the stuff that I got from that order, by the way. Anyway, so next thing on here, of course we have a lip zest. We have the reindeer ribbon candy one, which I'm still just adoring the hell out of because it just smells so dang good. Then we have the Chapstick Duo in Candy Cane. I think I've been using this every single day since I opened it. It is so nice. Like, for real, do yourself a favor if you like mint and you have a Target near you, pick this up. We're just gonna sail through this one, aren't we? Then we have two different baby lips, both from the UK, both a couple of years old, but I mean, still good. We have Sugar Cookie, and we have Sweet Apple, both of them from the same collection, both of them very highly pigmented, and both of them look amazing on me, and I really like them both. They smell great, they look great, they feel great. Love everything about them. Yeah. So then, we have a Buzzle Bomb in Kringle Candy Cane, which squeaked in at the last minute, like literal last minute, but I've also been using this pretty much daily since I opened it, so made the list too. And then finally, the Carmex Wintergreen. This one hasn't been as much every single day, but I've used a lot of it since opening it. Even though it was another latecomer onto the list, it's seen a lot of use. So then, I know you guys saw me wearing it most of the month, but I did finally change it. But OPI's 5 and 10. This is a gorgeous color. Honestly, I didn't expect much from it looking at it in the little tiny version of the bottle. I thought it was just going to be a silver glitter polish. I thought wrong. It does not behave like a typical glitter polish except for in the removing it part. That part was a pain in my butt. Yeah, I highly suggest putting on a base coat if you're going to wear this one. Wish I had done that. Got lazy, didn't do it, regretted it when it came time to change colors, although I probably could have just gone over it, but you know how it is. So, just saying, it's a gorgeous color. I am actually highly debating taking off my Pretty Blue and putting this back on because I enjoyed it so much. Just saying, I am very much in love with this color. It seems so basic and so simple, but it's so pretty, and silver goes with everything. That's like why most people go apeshit over gold. I personally prefer silver, because silver goes with literally everything. Gold clashes with some colors. Silver doesn't, at least in my opinion. So I feel like this is just perfect in terms of sparkly metallic nail polishes is like the perfect go-to color. Didn't think I'd ever say that about a glittery polish, but this one, it's more shimmer than glitter. Except for, again, in the removal portion of it. So that part, not a lot I can do there to help you other than just to recommend putting on a base coat. The next time I wear it, I will definitely put on a base coat first and let you guys know if that helps in removing it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes you have to, like, eat through all the top layer to even get down to the base coat to remove. Other times, it comes right off. So there's just no real knowing going into it which one it's going to be on the side of the line of. It's kind of just luck of the draw. So this one I honestly can't say on that. But this, I mean, what I have on right now, I mean, it's very pretty, but it's been chipping like a beast super easily, and for how long it took every layer of this to dry, and for how thick I had to apply it just for it to even put on a nice even coat of it, it's kind of bullshit. I mean, this is supposed to be high-end stuff, and yet my cheap OPI does a much better job than this did. I don't get it, but I mean, I love the color, but I kind of just for convenience want to go back to this guy. So anyway, next on the list, we're almost done. There's only like 3 more items. Only one more that I have a physical item of, and the other 2, nothing to show, but I can tell you what they are. So this one is by a brand called Nature Creations. I've had this for many years, and another one too, but I didn't feel like going and getting it. This is a 100% natural hot and cold pack. You can put it in the freezer, you can put it in the microwave. I've actually never put it in the freezer. I've only put it in the microwave myself just for the purposes I use it for. This one is a very versatile size and shape. I got this because I heard it's supposed to aid with sinus infections if you put it across your forehead and across the bridge of your nose, and truth be told, until this last sinus infection, for some reason, even though it is literally the reason I bought it, it has somehow never dawned on me to freaking use it for its intended purpose. I've used it for anything and everything else you could possibly need a heating pad for. But the obvious one, oh no, I always forget that it's a thing until I'm better, and I'm like, shit, I wish I had thought to use that. And I finally did, and literally by the next day I started seeing improvement. It was like the one thing I noticed actually started to make it help. So I don't know if it was a fluke, I don't know if I was on the verge of getting better anyway, I don't know, but it seemed to help, so I am a strong believer in this. I also have a larger one that has straps across it that is intended for, like, wrapping around your waist and putting against your back for back pain. I've only ever used it a couple times for that, because I don't generally have too big issues with that. I usually wrap it around the other direction and put it on my stomach. I imagine it would work for menstrual cramps. I really don't get those. I mean, sorry, don't hate me. I don't. I mean, I barely even get periods as is. Again, don't hate me. It's probably a hormonal problem, but I really don't care. If that's a problem, I don't want to fix it. So, but yeah, I don't really get those, and if I do, it's only for like an hour, and that's it. The cramps part, not the period part, but those are only like a couple days too. But regardless, TMI, so sorry for that. I don't use it for that, but like anything else, like general stomach discomfort from any other purpose, I tend to use it for to make it feel better, since I always had a lot of stomach problems growing up as a kid, and one thing that generally helped was either like laying on a pillow or on a heating pad, and just the pressure of having something soft like that against it. I don't know what the science behind it is, but a lot of times it would make it feel better. I don't know, but I mean, that's why I've always used it for that. I imagine if I got cramps, I'd probably use it for that too, but it just, personally for me, it's a moot point. But yeah, I use it a lot for that. Sometimes I've been known to, like, wrap it around my leg. This brand also makes knee brace ones, or ones you can put around your elbows. Frankly, I should probably invest one of those, but I am just cheap. These are not the cheapest thing, admittedly. But they're also filled with, like, aromatherapy herbs and things, like lavender is in this one, along with a bunch of other really yummy smelling things. The only bad side is because of that, they do have an expiration. You can still use them after that. They won't, like, go, like, gross or anything. Just the scented part of it will eventually stop smelling. So, I mean, if you want it for that purpose, yeah, you have to buy them every, like, 5 years, I think. But just for the rice pack element of it, you can pretty much use them indefinitely. But yeah, I use the bigger one as well, like around my knees a lot of times, since I've had arthritis since I was 12, which really sucks for me. But I find that helps too. So they're very versatile, and because they're just filled with rice, they like conform to any shape you want to put them on. They hold heat like a beast. I imagine they do the same with cold, just, again, I have ice packs. I don't need to put these in the freezer, and I'd worry about the moisture potentially getting them gross over time, so I'd rather just stick with heating them up in the microwave. But yeah, these are a godsend. I love them. I highly recommend their brand. They do everything right in my book. I'm sure there's comparable other brands that may do them cheaper, but this is a tried and true brand for me personally that I've been using for many years. I've had this particular one for about 5 years. I have had the larger one since oh god, probably over 10 years. I think I've had it since I was about 20, so that one, like I said, that one doesn't really have its scent anymore, like, at all, but it still works for, like, just heat and pressure. So, I mean, that's all I really need it to do anyway. The other was kind of just a bonus, but yeah. I may buy, like, an updated one of this just for added bonus medicinal, not medicinal, purposes for sinus infections in the I can talk in the future, but in general, it's more just the heat, I think, that does the job, really, so. And then, of the two items that I don't have a physical copy of, well, one's a physical copy of, the other one I could run down to the fridge and go get one and show you guys. It's so freaking basic that I feel really stupid even including it, but I was shocked at how good these are to the point where I feel like I need to tell somebody how good they are. For those of you who have a Safeway near you, the brand Lucerne is like their store brand, but apparently their Lucerne brand yogurts are really freaking good. And I always just wrote them off as, no, I'm a Yoplait girl. I don't play around with other brands. Just, I stick with what I know and what I like. I don't mess with that formula. Except they were 100% out of those, and I really, really freaking wanted yogurt, so I figured, what the hell? These are 39 cents, which is really freaking good, but that's also why I was so skeptical. I was like, 39 cents, these are probably gonna suck and be nasty. So I got, like, some vanilla ones, since vanilla's always safe, pretty much, cherry ones, and blueberry ones. The blueberry one, holy hell, is, like, mind-blowingly good. The cherry is surprisingly good, too, but it's just, like, I am so shocked that for being so cheap, that they're so much better than, like, the name brand version. I'm just like, really, though? Like, honest to God, this is superior to Yoplait. Okay, and I think you actually get more per cup in them as well. Like, they're a lot fatter around, and it's, like, straight up and down, not, like, tapered like the Yoplait ones are. I'm like, really? Why did nobody tell me about this sooner? And again, the price thing! They're so much cheaper! And you get more of it per cup! And it's cheaper, can I reiterate the it's hell of cheaper part? So yeah, I think, unless I want, like, the very, very specific, like, flavors that are Yoplait only, like the Boston cream pie, what, like, admittedly, I'm a sucker for that, but, unless I want something that oddly specific from them, I think I'm just gonna, like, stick with the Lucerne ones, because dude, they're really awesome. Like, holy hell, I was honestly shocked. There's a couple that I'm just kind of meh about that I've tried, like strawberry banana. I mean, it was okay. I'd eat it in a pinch. I don't think I'd intentionally go out of my way for it. Same with just the plain strawberry. The peach is okay, but it's easy to burn out on that one. I think I do prefer the Yoplait version of that, but I mean, for 39 cents, you know, I'll take the cheap one, you know, but just saying. But the blueberry one, though, oh my god. Like, they legit have the blueberries in there, too. It's not just flavoring, they actually have them in there. It's all pretty and purple and gorgeous. I'm just like, wow. I am so shocked. I honestly went into it not expecting much and was frankly expecting disappointment and walked away very, very surprised and pleased. So that's why I'm just like, if you have one near you, and you like yogurt, and you like a good deal, seriously, at least try them. Like, if you don't like it, whatever, but seriously, some of these are, like, amazingly good. And I'm very, very partial to those first three I mentioned, the vanilla, the cherry, and the blueberry. I think those are, like, the best ones, at least of the ones I've tried. A lot of them, I think probably because they're so cheap, is why a lot of them are always picked over, so I haven't had a lot to experiment with yet, but as I've seen other flavors, I've grabbed them. So I'm finding out which ones are worth the time of day, which ones are kind of, but I mean, a lot of the ones, they're kind of meh if you go into other brands too, so, I mean, in other things, like, there's other things that I freaking kill for strawberry banana over, but in yogurt, it's just, it's okay. It's better than plain strawberry, I guess, but it's okay. But other ones, yeah, the blueberry, though, that is absolutely, hands down, my favorite one, at least right now. I may burn out on it at the rate I'm going, but right now, I am adoring the hell out of it. And then the last item on here, I also don't have a physical copy of because I've been listening to it on Amazon Prime, because apparently if you have Prime, you can listen to that one for free. Not all music's free on there. I don't have Amazon Music Unlimited. I may subscribe to it at some point, but right now, financially, I shouldn't be subscribing to too many more things than I already am, or I'll be stretching myself a little too thin. But, there is an album by a Beatles tribute band called the Fab Four, which are actually very, very famous. They're very good at what they do. In my heart, they rival only the tribute band Rain, who are like my favorite Beatle tribute band ever, and the fact that they made it to Broadway is just proof of how awesome they are, but I honestly was following them since like 1998, so I don't want to hear it, but that people are bandwagoning. I'm like, I'm not a bandwagoner, I've been there for years, but regardless. So the Fab Four, though, they apparently did a Christmas album, and it's absolutely like if the Beatles had covered Christmas songs, but done it in the style of their own songs. It is mind-blowing and so well executed. Like, I'm very hypercritical when it comes to Beatle tribute bands. You have to be really good for me to even give them the time of day to begin with, much less to hold my interest. But this, though, I'm like, this is like the cutest damn thing I have ever heard in my life. So if you have Amazon Prime, or actually it might even be on Spotify as well, but yeah, if you're a Beatles fan, you like Christmas songs, like seriously, give it a shot. It is freaking adorable, and you can totally tell which song was like the song they based the stylings off of for each and every one of them. And just, I think it's the cutest thing. I don't know, maybe by next year I'll have burnt out on it and think it's dumb, but right now I think it's freaking adorable, and I wish I had known of it sooner. I'm just like, dude, if this album had been a thing when I was a little kid, it probably would have been played non-stop every year at Christmas time. Ringo's Christmas album kind of still does get that this many years later, which I'm so shocked that it's actually getting a vinyl release this many years later, but whatever. Anyway, so that is it for my December favorites list. Like I said, it's a short list, but I wanted to share it with you anyway. So anyways, as usual, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not already like to be, click subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you follow my social media accounts. They're all listed down below. And if you like what I do in these videos, just on my channel in general, if you'd like to consider donating, get your name at the end of each of my videos. The link for that is also down in the description as well. So anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.